Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Astrology for Growth reading for the month of January. This is an intuitive reading to give you a heads up on the themes and possible areas of exploration for your growth this month. Getting the cards ready, I wanted to let you know that there's more information in the description below, links to the extended readings as well as links to one-on-one readings if that's something you're interested in. And any questions, feel free to reach out either through the email or through comments in the below. Okay, so let's get centered here and tune in for the theme for Leo this month. All right, I'm getting that we need to get two cards out of this deck here, so we're going to go with our middle two. We've got Knight of Earth, Persistence, Six of Water, and then we had Council of Monarchs jump out. Okay, so the big themes that are going on with you right now, Leo, are, as I said before, persistence. Digging in, getting it done. This is inner child work that I'm feeling right now. This is about getting in there and sticking with it. The Knight of Earth isn't, although I think she's very beautiful, it's not the most glamorous card. When she shows up, this isn't about everything flowing and things clicking and going and going and going. It's actually about blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, so the Six of Water showing up, the inner child stuff, isn't going to be necessarily easy work. It's not going to be fun work, but it's the work that you need to do. And this Knight of Earth is saying stick with it. All right, we'll get deeper into what this inner child is actually talking about. But I'm very curious about the Council of Monarchs falling out. So what's going on with our Council of Monarchs here? Okay, so what we've got is kind of a tension between the adult self and the child self. The adult self is going to want to, is negate the right word? I'm going to have to use it for now. Negate the child self, or just tell you, no, we don't need to pay attention to that. It's like the child self brings up things to you which might seem petty or not worth your while. And the adult self is like, we don't need to deal with this at this time. This doesn't make sense why you're so upset. But any overreactions or any kind of touchy areas or sensitive areas, that's a little signal from that inner child saying, hey, this isn't resolved. There's something that we need to discover together. We need to go on this journey of exploration to find out why this bothers you so much. What is going on with the past? What's being triggered about the past that is making me feel this way? Okay, so just be aware, and I think that's why we've got this Knight of Earth in the middle here, is that she's saying stick with that inner child. Believe that there's an important message from that inner child. Because Leo, your inner child wants to play, it wants to create, it wants to dance, it wants to laugh. But if there's something in it that is inhibiting that behavior, that inhibiting the depth of creativity that you normally have access to, it's very important that we work this out. It's also interesting, these two cards, they're kind of topsy-turvy, where the lights are in the background and the darkness is there. Whereas this is like the darkness coming forward with all these lights. So they're at odds with each other. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So Leo, I believe you're going to be feeling yourself at odds with yourself. So when that comes up, just know, oh, right, that's what she said. This is my inner child talking to me. So what are the other messages that we need to know? What else does Leo need to know for this month? Okay, so we're in the Druid Craft Tarot now. We've got Justice, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting stuff happening here. And Prince of Wands, a lot of court cards. Prince of Wands is bringing an inspiration, bringing something to you that seems very inviting, very exciting. Now, is this, where is this taking place? Where's the realm? Okay, Five of Swords and High Priestess. Okay, so this is in the realm of the mind. This is in the realm of the inside. So you're going to be feeling extra inspired to explore different philosophies, different ways of thinking, and there's this desire for adventure going on. Prince of Wands saying, let's try something different. I feel real strong Sagittarius energy here versus a more grounded kind of Taurus energy. But what I feel like these two cards together are saying is that you have this inspiration coming your way, this different way of looking at the world, seeing the world as an adventure, coming to the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like you're trying to figure out a way to make it real. How can I make this dream come true? Or how can I put this idea into action? How can I make this idea go into reality? But I can't ignore the Five of Swords that came out. And you need to, and I think this is the Justice card. This is almost the opposite vibe of what we were talking about with the inner child. This is, okay, wait, look before you leap, hang on, and actually make sure this makes sense, because some of what comes to you may not be for your best interest. The Five of Swords is loss at your expense or loss at someone's expense. Whereas the High Priest is saying, really listen to your inner gut, really listen to yourself about this, your feeling about what you're approached with, because it's gonna seem really enticing because it's so fast moving. All right, but the Justice is saying, is this sustainable? Is this really good for you? And is this a balanced way of looking at things? And the way this relates to the inner child stuff that we talked about before is that right now, Leo, it's almost like you can't trust your emotional reactions to things. And it almost feels like you can't trust your intuition at this time, because that inner child having some unresolved issues is distorting your normal perception of things. Okay, because it's all kind of the same channel, feelings and intuition, it's all feelings. And when we've got stuff in the way, when the water's a little cloudy because there's a feeling clogging the way that we haven't been paying attention to, it's kind of like a stuck energy and the message can't get all the way through. So doing this cleansing inner child work is really important because it's affecting the way you're processing reality. It's affecting the way that you're able to judge for yourself what is good and what is bad. So to explain this another way, your inner child is being triggered by these little things, and you're finding yourself reacting bigger than you think, bigger than perhaps is warranted. It's kind of like, if you look at the way kids react to things. Let's say they were really looking forward to getting a vanilla ice cream cone and that didn't happen. And they sometimes, it depends on the age of the kid, they can just lose it. They'll just start crying and crying and crying and crying. And it's like everyone in their family has died. That's dramatic. And it's like, well, no, you could have a chocolate one. Why does it have to be vanilla? And the adult is saying this is such an overreaction, but to the child, this is a really big deal. And that's how it feels with that inner child. This inner child is saying, hey, I've been trying to get your attention for some time, for a long time, and you're not paying attention to me. So every little thing that happens, I'm going to overreact. And the problem with that is that when someone comes towards you or when an idea approaches you, usually you have a gut feeling about it and you know instantly, nope, this is good for me, or nope, this isn't. But because this inner child is literally throwing a tantrum all the time to get your attention, you can't listen to that voice. You can't hear that voice that says, no, this isn't quite right for me right now. Okay, so what is the message from the inner child? And we will go deeper into how to heal it in the extended, but let's get it started. What is this message from the inner child? All right, I got a new deck yesterday and I was told not to use it right away, but now it's coming. Okay, I've got two cards coming from here. Show your support. So that is another validation. Listen to the inner child. Clear out the old. All right, this is really big and this is really great. Now I'm going to put these cards up and I'll hold them for a long time. I could stare at these cards forever. I just think they're so beautiful. So show your support is you as the adult self saying to your inner child, okay, I get it. I'm going to listen to you now. Clear out the old. You're hanging on to a lot of old stuff. You're hanging on to a lot of old beliefs that don't work for you anymore, that don't serve you anymore. And why is it, I'm really drawn to this light at the top of it. It looks like Stonehenge, doesn't it? Right at the top there. Okay, so these might be long held ancestral beliefs. And so this is about your inner child saying, hey, 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 it's time for us to let go of this. And as I said, we're going to go deeper into the healing in the extended, but as this is a global general reading, be aware that your particular inner child is going to have its own message. And the most important thing for you to know is that you need to listen to what it's saying. But these are beliefs that talk about ways that you keep yourself small, ways that you tell yourself you don't matter, negativity that you hold on to about yourself and about other people. Anything that limits you, anything that keeps you smaller or keeps your dreams confined, that is a negative belief. Self-esteem is coming out. So telling that inner child it's not good enough, or its words don't matter, or its presence doesn't matter, that's going to be a big thing to look at. Okay, Leo, so I'm going to leave it there. We're going to go deeper into this inner child message, exactly what and where and how do we work on this. So if you'd like to follow me over there, all you have to do is click on the link, the first one that you see in the description, and that will bring you over. I'll see you over there, and if not, have a great, blessed month.